Well, the worries that Marcel Sabitzer is going to be away, or was going to be away for the game of Newcastle, have hit a dead end. And Sabitzer was really seen in training sessions of United yesterday at Carrington. Another one is Rafael Varane coming out and informing us that he's back and fully fit to play for Manchester United against Newcastle. Welcome to United Matters channel. Good morning, guys. How is your 31st of March? That is a Friday. My Muslim friends, is it Juma Karim or Ramadan Karim? I don't know now how to say it because it's a Friday, and my Muslim friends watching in this channel will have to really correct me if at all I've gone wrong. Those of the Christians, I really wish you the last week of your fasting because they're in the Lent period, and we hoped that Jesus resurrects from the dead and obviously comes with loads of positivity into our life. Now, Rokan David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as to see us hitting close to 12,000 subscribers on this channel. And I love you guys. I love you endlessly. You guys are really amazing. And the way you've gone ahead to come on and really turn around this channel into one of the most viewed channels in the world, it's really very much miraculous. And all that goes back to the Almighty Lord. Not so? We are discussing Wayne Rooney, talking a little bit of the Ronaldo legendary status at Manchester United, and I think that's all, right? Oh, there is another update concerning the Sheikh Jassim Al Thani bid. There was a threat that was really thrown in by the Premier League. Terms and conditions were really set for an owner of the Premier League to really follow. If you don't fall into if you don't converge towards those terms and conditions, then you are not allowed to purchase a club in the Premier League or even own one. That means even if you're owning one, you can really be forced to sell and obviously thrown out of the Premier League, because the Amnesty International has already seen this as a money washing activity that is being accepted by the Premier League. And the United Kingdom government, having gone ahead and really signed that document of human rights all over the world, they needed to go ahead and really obey to it. And obviously they've gone ahead and issued a statement that has gone ahead to worry very many hearts of United fans that really thought Sheikh Jassim Al Thani would take over the club, and they were into a somber mode. But I'm here to confirm to you that it's not Qataris. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is putting his bid as an individual, not Qatar. Amid this Qatar coming out and obviously being one of those areas, all those countries that saw very many people lose their lives in the building of the stadium, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani wasn't part of that. That's a nation blame. It's not an individual blame. So let's start off with Marcel Sabitzer. A huge injury boost coming in from the website of United. They told us that 12 of those away representing their countries were spotted by our cameras after their extensions in Europe, after the extensions in European Championship qualifiers and friendlies. Sabitzer was present, which is hopefully good news, as Australia left him on the bench for the second of their games over Estonia. They won that game of football by 2-1. It was really painful by Ralf Rangnick, the manager, to leave him on the bench because he had scored 2 goals in the game they first played. I think it was on Friday, and then he went ahead to even put up an assist. 3 goal involvements in one game. That sends a very huge message to you that you wouldn't like to keep a player like him out of action, but because he really had a little pain in his knee, they never wanted to risk him out, because he has a position to fight for at Manchester United, that is Sabitzer, and for him to put himself in a better position to come out and really tussle it out for that position at Manchester United, for United to sign him permanently, I think this is the chance. It's the chance for Sabitzer to really thrive when players like Eriksen are really just on their way back, and Casemiro into a position of being suspended for the next games of Manchester United. So I think for Sabitzer, he knew it very well, and he needed to take precaution during that game of Estonia and said, I'm not going to play any minutes. The good thing is that they won by 2-1, and they are topping, I think, their group by 6 points. So it's a very positive story coming in from the website of Manchester United, and photos were really shown to us of Sabitzer while on the training ground at Old Trafford, and those are some of the photos that we got. This is Sabitzer and Zidane Iqbal. You know Iqbal very well. He played for Pakistan and then he returned also fully fit. Then we are having Anthony with Diego Delo, another one in the photos. Then there is Sabitzer, it's Lisandro Martinez and Wout Weghorst. That's it. And then Bruno Fernandes also trying to really go on and really train with Manchester United. To me, the positivity is simple, that having Sabitzer back puts us in a situation that we are going at least to be having an extra man into that midfield that can really get us hold onto that midfield better in the names of Sabitzer. And I think he's a very good player that we need when you're playing in Newcastle. Instead of having Mark Fred, if at all you can have either one of the Mark Freds alongside Sabitzer, then it will be something to reckon with. And remember, the game of Fulham, when you are a goal down, the manager took off Scott McTominay and played Sabitzer and Bruno Fernandes in the double pivot. So they are sharing the role every time they played deep, and it resulted into pressure. It resulted into pressurizing Fulham, and Fulham finding themselves capitulating, hence losing 2 players with their coach on the field of play, and they are red carded by the referee. So to me, I see that Sabitzer as a boost, because now Erik ten Hag has a lot of midfielders to really make a choice of, and you wouldn't like to go in the game of Newcastle when you're only having Fred and Scott McTominay as your midfielders to play into that double pivot. So I think it's really something basic that we need to go ahead and really hail here onto our channel, that Sabitzer is back. But it's not only Sabitzer who is back. Another player who missed out onto the game of Fulham because of a knock, that is Rafael Varane, has found himself available and returning to Manchester United fully fit, and he posted that photo on his Instagram and told us that back to work. You know, if there are games you need Rafael Varane in, this is one of them. This is one of them. At least you can depend onto that watertight defense of United commanded by Rafael Varane. We all know that every time we are playing with Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez in the central defense partnership, we are a solid team. And you know how we really looked bad when you're playing Real Betis away, when Harry Maguire was playing to that position. Then against Fulham, it was very calamitous display from Harry Maguire. And I think Rafael Varane comes in at a very perfect time for the club of Manchester United. And this is the time we needed him to come in through and obviously do the needful for the club of Manchester United. Going out at St. James's Park, the atmosphere is going to be hostile. They are going to be like wanting to revenge because we beat them into the Carabao Cup finale at Wembley. So they would like to really even enlarge their chances to go into the Champions League. And this is going to be like one of those games that they are going to find important for them to bury down. So smash the like button, comment and share. That is Rafael Varane Sabitzer. That is a double injury boost of United ahead of the game of Newcastle. And guys, after this video, I'm returning with what we call the match preview before we get into the Erik ten Hag press conference. That's it. As I told you, we are going to come up and really do the match preview. I think on Friday, because the match is going to be played on Sunday. If at all the match was going to be played onto Saturday, maybe I would have done it early enough. But this time around, we had lots of stories to really do, and that sort of Mason Greenwood just put me out of reach of really recording that story of the Manchester United preview. So I thought, let me do Mason Greenwood and then I'll do the preview on Friday, and it's coming up very, very soon after this video. Now, after that, the Premier League has gone ahead and really issued statements of what now counts as a disqualifying event in the Premier League owners and directors, and one of those are really huge, and you can as well go onto the website of the Premier League and obviously find out more about it. But I can flash you this document that was really put onto the website of the Premier League. It's really lengthy, and a little bit of it reads: Premier League clubs anonymously approved a number of changes to the league owners and directors at the shareholders meeting today. Following a comprehensive review of the OADT and consultation with clubs and a range of stakeholders, clubs agreed that following rule amendments and reforms to the OADT assessment process, which will come in immediate effect, meaning that these are really going to be applied. Now, decisions taken by Premier League board under the OEDT will be subject to review by a new independent oversight panel. You get? So there are issues of human rights. If at all you've gone ahead to violate human rights activities, there are lots of things that really came in through. And why does it come in through at this juncture? It's all about, there is a clique of English people that believe that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is not worthy owning Manchester United because Qatar violated human rights during the construction of the stadiums of the World Cup. Now, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is one of those that comes in from Qatar. We know he's so much close to that royal family of Qatar, but it doesn't hinge onto him on everything that the Qatari government did. If I thought it was the Qatari Investment Authority, it would have been something different. But this time around, this is an independent bid. And the United correspondent for BBC, known as Simon Stone, has gone ahead and really issued a statement about this, about these new regulations and restrictions that the Premier League has really put on to count onto the ownership or shareholding ownership of the club. He has said Sheikh Jassim Al Thani bid for Manchester United is being made as a private individual and will therefore not be affected by the Premier League's recent statement on owners and directors of clubs. So we all know that he has a lot of backing from the Qataris, but this time round it's not evident. So however much those rules have been put there, I think it leaves them out into no way of reach of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. And I know people in England thought that maybe that will stop Sheikh Jassim Al Thani from taking over Manchester United, but he's still in and pushing to really take over the club of Manchester United, and we can't wait to see. I think either tomorrow or on Monday, we are going to get a reply coming from the group on the bids that were made by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, Ziliakis, and Sheikh Jassim, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, those three. So we are waiting to see what the reply is going to be like from the Glazers, from the Rain Group, working on behalf of the Glazers. Now, Wayne Rooney has been audible enough about the legendary status of Cristiano Ronaldo, and many people think that it was really dotted. You get? And Rooney had the following to say about the legendary status of Ronaldo at Manchester United. He says, no, Ronaldo legendary status has been shaken. What he's done for Manchester United is amazing. He's won the Premier League titles, the Champions League, and he's scored very many goals. That is Wayne Rooney. Then he said, I think the fans and the players, the former teammates who played with him in my time will never forget what he did for Manchester United. In my eyes, he will always be a club legend. All right, to the players he played with, he's going to be a club legend, and he's always going to be a club legend even to the fans. But the way the fans treated him before he came out and really did what he did, you get, to force his way out, left a lot of question marks on his legendary status in the eyes of many at Manchester United. That's it. Because he did it on a very bad note. You know, he would have said everything, but he wouldn't have attacked the darling of the players of the fans of United. Who is that darling? Erik ten Hag. All the optimism that we gathered this season was because of Erik ten Hag, and Ronaldo came out and attacked Erik ten Hag in broad daylight. It never went down well in the memory lanes of all fans of Manchester United, and to me, it was a farce. It was a move in the wrong direction for Ronaldo. I think would have gone ahead to say everything he wanted about the Glazers and everyone, but not onto the manager of Manchester United, Erik ten Hag, because right now, because by then, even when Ronaldo was there, if you told the fans of United that on Erik ten Hag and Ronaldo, who do you want to keep at the club? Trust me, 90% of the fans would have voted in favor of Erik ten Hag because of how he had transformed United. And by that time, remember, we were even third. By the time we went to the World Cup, I think after winning that game of Fulham, we found ourselves into the top 4 for the very first time ever since the season started. So that is all the positivity that Ronaldo was trying to really suck out of the fans of United as far as Erik ten Hag is concerned. And where he is right now, I know he is really knowing that maybe he made a move in the wrong direction, because he never saw himself ending up in Saudi Arabian League. Having come out and really attacked Erik ten Hag and the owners, it left every door closed for him around the top 5 European leagues, and no owner or no manager will ever want to get Ronaldo back into his team. So guys, your thoughts onto a double huge boost or injury boost of Varane and Sabitzer? Welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about the new regulations issued by the Premier League? Are they going to affect Sheikh Jassim Al Thani or not? And obviously, Wayne Rooney coming out and defending Ronaldo's legendary status at Manchester United, that most of you might come out and say it was affected or not affected. I just can't wait for your comments into the comment section below. Good morning. May the Almighty God enlighten your day. Muslims, you have to go for Juma today. Holy month of Ramadan, second Juma for you guys. Hope you guys are really enjoying your stay and your fasting. And for the Christians, the Lent period is left with like 9 days to come to pass. Rock and David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's see close to 100 likes on this video, because this video is so much interesting and I think you guys have enjoyed it, because we talked about Sabitzer Varane, the takeover, Wayne Rooney, Ronaldo. I think it's one of those few videos you'll find when it's really having a lot for you to really test. So it's a buffet for you, brought to you by Rock and David. I sign out for now. See you later.